Hey y'all, it's your boy Crispy Chris here. Still trapped here in this white void after creating a cursed serial portal to another dimension. Not much to do over here really other than just sit and stew. I managed to catch a cold somehow. Oddly enough, I still get my bills and spam mail delivered here. And one day I got a pair of pesky letters that inspired me to tell this here story I'm about to unfold. It involves sports gambling, my health insurance, and a Reddit moderator. Little did I know that day that I was about to embark on one of the most asinine odysseys I ever saw. Well, anyway, last week in the mail I got a big fat spam about the new sports gambling website coming to my state. Whoop-de-f***ing-do, not like I can afford to gamble anyway. Well, the next one after that was something entirely different. It was from my great insurance company, United Healthcare. I think they're famous for their CEO taking out innocent people with artificial intelligence. And now he's coming for me. The letter says that not only is my insurance premiums going up big time, I might lose access to my doctor. He's the only one I'm comfortable showing my cornhole to. I found it pretty funny that I'm losing access to my doctor, but I can gamble the few dollars I have left after paying for my useless health insurance on the big game with promo code bankruptcy. So I did what anybody else would do. Go on the internet and complain. Well, since the internet's only like 4 websites now, I went over to Reddit and made my post in my state's subreddit, since a lot of people here are dealing with the same shit. I won't say which state, because while this Reddit moderator I encountered was the worst I've ever seen by far, it was important to me that I protect his privacy. He may be a power-hungry, micro-penis-having, failed man of a mother who kept him in the crib so long he got a flat head that stunted his developmental growth, but his domain must be kept sacred. Got gambling spam, same day I got mail saying I might lose access to my doctor, but at least my representatives are once again going against the will of the people. Well, that last bit is about how the GOP party in my state is repeatedly subverting democracy by taking away things people voted for. These motherfuckers are despicable, and if you don't know about it, you need to. It's downright un-American. The Reddit post was getting great upvotes and comments talking about it, but suddenly it got removed. It said because it was of limited local interest. Since the post very much was about 3 very important topics facing our state, I posted it again, making sure it was relevant. Again, this post was getting great engagement. These are important topics that people need to talk about. But again, before too long, the post was not only removed, but I received a permanent ban from the subreddit. My posts were harmless and getting great traction. But I guess this is Reddit we're talking about after all. Every post you make on here has about 10% chance of getting you banned no matter what you're talking about. So I sent a message over to the mods to prove I was not a bot. In the name of the court of public opinion, I'm going to read through this whole conversation more or less. If you don't want to sit in on this whole convo, you can go and skip to the grand finale at this timestamp. But if you've ever been f***ed over by a mod in your life, I highly recommend sticking through this. Hey bud, just wondering why I'm permanently banned for starting a discussion about 3 very topical and important issues facing Missourians right now. Not sure why I'm deserved of a permanent ban. Hope things can be set right. Now, if you've never dealt with a Reddit mod before, they're basically 5-year-olds having a tantrum with a loaded gun. You gotta treat them real nice or else they'll blow your fucking head off.
Please read our rule on metadrama thoroughly.
I looked over the metadrama rule thoroughly, and the only conclusion I could come up with is that they dinged me for spam, since the second section didn't apply to me at all, so I explained carefully and slowly why I had posted twice. I read through that rule word for word multiple times and didn't find anything that really pertains to me or my post. The only thing that comes close is spam, but I only posted twice because my first post, even though it was obviously about Missouri, was removed, and my second post was to be more in line with the rules. Don't think that meets the definition of spam. I could see how this ban was a mistake of an automated system, so if a real human could weigh in on this, that'd be great.
You read those words and don't understand how your second post is a violation? Metadrama is not permitted. Metadrama is defined as posts about a subreddit, moderators, or calling out individual users.
I saw that post and I thought, great, he just vindicated me. I didn't do any of those things. My post did not have anything to do with the subreddit, moderators, or individual users. Pretty cut and dry.
I was quoting part of the rule, not telling you what to do. You said in your second post, reposting this post because my previous post was removed because it was not relevant enough to the state. Gotten off Reddit.
That was not metadrama, just explaining why I had to post a second time because I didn't want to come across as a spammer or somebody breaking the rules. Reddit is the platform, not an attack or mention of the subreddit.
If you do not understand how this is metadrama, then it is best you remain banned.
Now we're getting into full-on power-tripping mod mode. You know he's typing with one hand and has tweezers in the other because he's making errors in his message.
Bans are not punishment or personal. They are here to prevent destruction of the subreddit.
By the upvotes and discussion that was flooding the posts before they were pulled, it would be hard-pressed to say that I was disrupting the subreddit or even intended to. The first post should have never been pulled in the first place. It was very much to do with Missouri, and the proof was in the upvoting and the comments. At this point, I realized his feet were dug in and nothing was going to change. But I wanted to give him a chance to realize how childish he was being. A real learning moment for him. I also didn't give a shit about the ban no more. In fact, I was hoping he would maintain his ban so that I could unleash the full wrath of the spoon on him. I wanted nothing more than that, and the anticipation was fizzing hard. Then a couple days later, I sent this final message. Greetings. I was unfairly and wrongly permabanned last week, and I'm here to make my final appeal. I hope to reach a different, more reasonable, and more polite mod this time around. I'll be as thorough yet as brief as possible to respect both of our time. It was removed for something to the effect of not being relevant to Missouri, even though it was very obviously to do with 3 very topical and very important issues facing Missouri right now. That was reflected by the massive amount of upvotes it was receiving and the comments that were being made. This post should have never been removed in the first place, because it was getting positive reception by the community, and I wanted to see more conversation on the subjects. I posted it again to be more relevant to Missouri. This post got even more upvotes and comments reaffirming that this post was a welcome topic to the community. Because I read the subreddit rules when I first posted here, I knew that spam, as usual, is not a welcome thing. So I posted my reasoning of why I was posting again, specifically to avoid being banned. According to a mod, I was banned for this line: reposting this post because my previous post was removed because it was not relevant enough to the state. Gotta love Reddit. He said I offended the metadrama rule, according to this line as follows. Metadrama is defined as posts about the subreddit, moderators, or calling out individual users. My posts never mentioned the subreddit, any moderators, or any individual users. The first line was addressing why I was posting the same post twice, and the second line was mentioning Reddit as a platform as a whole, not the subreddit. There's virtually zero room for any other interpretation here. If I were to have said something like, the mods here are neck-bearded incels, or the people who run Missouri are a bunch of lead-eating mouth breathers, or even, this place is run by a bunch of brain-dead pigeons, I could absolutely see that being metadrama and worthy of harsh punishment. Of course, I didn't say those things in the post to remain civil, but that's what we're all thinking here. I understand and respect the roles of moderators, but if we're going to be sticklers about the rules, let's follow them as they're written. For me to be permanently banned on such flimsy terms is outrageous. I could maybe understand if I had a history of being a pest to this community, but I'm apparently only guilty of pointing out a few glaring issues our state is facing, which is more aptly to be called censorship rather than enforcing of rules. This will be my final appeal, so I hope things can be reconsidered. I don't post here often, but I hate to think that I'll be unable to comment on here in the case of a real disaster like a devastating tornado and coordinate life-saving information to help my family and others. Cheers. I did it all. Plainly showed how neither of my posts should have been removed. And I even tickled his balls a bit. I sat there with anticipation and excitement building. It was like Christmas coming early to me, and I might be too, depending on how he responded. Then I saw his reply. Ah, euphoria! I couldn't contain myself. I was singing and dancing in the white void so loud I thought the Lord Almighty was going to join me in celebrating the biggest cunt on Reddit. But while Jesus didn't join me, a choir of others did.
Lower than losers. Most of them are just whining bitches. Imagine Paul Blart, but sitting at a computer on a power trip. They really are dicks. Dudes with tiny dicks on a power trip. Bunch of coochies. Reddit mods are some of the most worthless homunculi around. Reddit is a cesspool of censorship. I just got permabanned from Samsung for asking for a phone suggestion. LOL. Hey man, moderators in general are power tripping losers. These mods belong in prison. Fucking biggest circle jerks around. Reddit mods are the most cancerous fucks you'll ever meet. They were deprived of a hug or 3, or oxygen at some point. Come on! Reddit equals internet Gestapo, I swear. This is the most communist social media I have ever experienced. They're definitely an interesting group.
How's this metadrama for you, motherfucker? Never forget that while Reddit is one of the few decent websites left, it can still be a dystopian world of censorship and information control. Happy New Year's, y'all. Let this be the year that you start standing up to assholes that deserve to be shut down. Don't take no shit from anybody. I'll see you in the void. Take care.